WHFS. There's some free hot dogs and Cokes while they last, plus free LPs and WHFS bumper stickers, and lots more. That's all at the College Park Harmony Hut.
Check my custom machine.
Now is your big chance to cash in on the super savings in car stereo at the College Park Harmony Hut. During this back-to-school celebration, you can pick up Pioneer's TP233 mini 8-track car stereo. Fits just about anywhere and includes a slide-out bracket for only $49.95. Fits a tight budget, too. Here's one that'll really keep music in your ears and leave some change in your pocket. A Gibbs Mini 8-track for only $34.95. It's all at the College Park Harmony Hut this week, along with other great car stereo names like Sanyo, Craig, Automatic Radio, Com, and Jensen. And be sure to make it over to the Hut in College Park today from 3 until 8 p.m., where WHFS will be broadcasting live with Damian. And there will be free hot dogs and Cokes, free albums, WHFS bumper stickers, and lots more. So don't miss out. That's the Harmony Hut over in College Park.
You're listening to WHFS, Bethesda, Maryland, 102.3 FM. My name is Damian, and we're over here at College Park in the Harmony Hut, which is in the College Park Shopping Center, and we'll be here for another hour or so, and I think the store will be open until 9:30, somewhere after 9 o'clock. What they're doing is having a sort of back-to-school celebration or something, just a sale to introduce everybody to what's going on over here if you just got into town, and if you didn't just get into town, they have a lot of fine records on sale, as you as you just heard. What we just heard on the turntables, the Beatles, lastly, and Help, Penny Lane, Hello, Goodbye. Before that, the Beach Boys and Don't Worry, Good Vibrations. Let's see, what else? That was from the Chambers Brothers. Miss Lottie Brown from the Chambers Brothers. On Arista, it's called Tell Me the Truth, and has a lot of fine music on it. Those Chambers Brothers albums were Unbonded and Right Move, and you can probably find them in the store here. As I said, we'll be here until 8:30, and we'd like you to stop by and see us. We have a couple of announcements back from the studio, and we'll be back from the Harmony Hut.
If you're looking for something to do tonight, the Child Herald is something we'd like to recommend, a place we'd like to recommend. They're located at 1610 20th Street, down from the Janis 1 and 2 theaters. They're serving drinks, sandwiches, and full-course dinners until midnight on weekdays and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. The number at the Child is 483-6700, and tonight they're featuring live music with a Newgrass revival. Tomorrow through Sunday, the Star Spangled Washboard Band. That's at the Child Herald, 1610 20th Street, right down from the Janis 1 and 2 theaters.
If it's new, exciting, and has the sound everyone's listening to, chances are it's on A&M Records. How about Quincy Jones's newest, Mellow Madness, or Sean Phillips' latest release, Do You Wonder? You can pick up on both of these for just $4.19 each at the College Park Harmony Hut this week, plus only $4.19 for the best of Cat Stevens or Pablo Cruz, and only $4.19 for Joe Cocker's Jamaica Say You Will during the College Park Harmony Hut's big back-to-school celebration. It's all at the College Park Harmony Hut this week, plus savings in every department from audio accessories to car stereo.
And it's breaking my heart, your need.
And this afternoon, WHFS will be broadcasting live from the College Park Harmony Hut with Damian. There will be free hot dogs and Cokes, plus free albums, bumper stickers, and lots more. Don't miss it.
Oh, sweet mama.
In addition to these tremendous savings on all the latest releases, WHFS is broadcasting live from the College Park Hut from 3 till 8 today. And there'll be free hot dogs and Cokes, plus free LPs, bumper stickers, and more. It's the College Park Harmony Hut's big back-to-school celebration, and it's happening all this week.
WHFS Bethesda, Maryland, 102.3 FM. My name is Damian. I am coming to you from the Harmony Hut tonight, as opposed to high atop the Triangle Towers. Hall is high atop the Triangle Towers right this minute, and we'll be there, I think, we'll be there until 1 tonight, I believe, which is a long haul. We just heard from Bruce Springsteen, and Fever was the last piece. Born to Run before that, and For You. Little Feat before that, and Cracking the Door from their first album. The Rolling Stones and Connection. John Prine and Middleman, and 2 pieces from Bob Dylan with the band. Lay Lady Lay, and Most Likely You'll Go Your Way. 9 or between 9 and 9:30, I guess they're going to close sometime. We'll be here for another 20 minutes, half an hour or so, something like that. I think most of our giveaway items are gone, but we're still here playing records and that sort of thing. If you have any trouble finding this place, call 864-1600, and they'll give you directions, but it's pretty easy off the Beltway. It's 7332 Baltimore Boulevard, which is Route 1 off the Beltway, and when you go past the University of Maryland, look for us on the right-hand side of the road in the College Park Shopping Center, facing the road, Harmony Hut. There's a big sign right on top of the building. For a message or two, and we'll be back from College Park.
If it's new, exciting, and has the sound everyone's listening to, chances are it's on A&M Records. How about Quincy Jones's newest, Mellow Madness, or Sean Phillips' latest release, Do You Wonder? You can pick up on both of these for just $4.19 each at the College Park Harmony Hut this week, plus only $4.19 for the best of Cat Stevens or Pablo Cruz, and only $4.19 for Joe Cocker's Jamaica Say You Will during the College Park Harmony Hut's big back-to-school celebration. It's all at the College Park Harmony Hut this week, plus savings in every department from audio accessories to car stereo. And this afternoon, WHFS will be broadcasting live from the College Park Harmony Hut with Damian. There will be free hot dogs and cokes, plus free albums, bumper stickers, and lots more. Don't miss it.
This is WHFS in Bethesda, Maryland, and this is Ramblin' Jack saying howdy here. I came in for a little look, and boy, it sounded good.
If you like to save a lot of money when you buy records, be sure you don't miss the incredible savings at the College Park Harmony Hut all this week. Like Epic Records' Big Six, all at big savings, including Edgar Winter's Jasmine Night Dreams. And the Michael Stanley Band, You Break It, You Bought It, only $4.19 each. Or Minnie Ripperton's Adventures in Paradise.
'Cause every day is adventures in paradise.
And REO Speedwagons, This Time We Really Mean It, also for $4.19 each. Pick up John Hyatt's Overcoat for $4.19, or the very best of Poco, a 2-record set for $5.19. The Epic Big Six, all on sale this week at the College Park Harmony Hut. WHFS will be broadcasting live from the College Park Hut today from 3 till 8. And there'll be free hot dogs and cokes, free albums, HFS bumper stickers, and more. Don't miss it. It's all going on this week at the Harmony Hut in College Park.
Don't sound too bad.
Maryland and Willie, you're driving slow. Careful out there tonight, it's kind of slippery. Never know what's around the bend. You ought to pull over and sit in your car and smoke a cigarette and keep tuned right in. WHFS Maryland, it's Maryland. Maryland, 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 Maryland. That's a good old girl.
When you say bud,
Budweiser people age their beer.
Here's an important announcement from Venom and Music.
Tonight through Sunday, August.
Is that us, bud? I think that's us. You're listening to WHFS, Bethesda, Maryland, 102.3 FM. My name is Damian. I've been coming to you from College Park this afternoon and this evening for the last, 4 or 5 hours. And what's been going on over here is a gigantic record sale, and they're selling all kinds of different records of all kinds of labels, and people have been coming by and picking them up, and they'll be still doing it long after I'm gone, and I think up until about 9:30. So if you wanted to pick up on the sale, you can still do that. We just heard a couple Jerry Jeff Walker pieces. O.D. Corral, the last one was L.A. Freeway, and we also heard, what else did we hear? High Hill Country Rain, Steve Goodman from his second album, Somebody Else's Troubles. We heard a Chicken Cordon Blues. And I think that about brings us up to the present time. It's time for me to go home now. I'm going to have a few beers and listen to Hall's Bar and Grill, which will be taking you up till 1 tonight. I think surf fell down or something. I'm not really sure. I'll find out later, I guess. Or maybe Hall will tell you. For all the people that stopped in to say hello, I appreciate your stopping by. And as we said, the sale will be going on until 9:30 at the Harmony Hut in College Park, Maryland. See you later.
About 20 minutes before 9. This is WHFS in Bethesda. My name is Hall, and I'll be here until 1 o'clock today, filling in for Surf, who had a little bicycle accident. Listening to the Grateful Dead and Scarlet, Begonias. That was off their, what was that? Their last album on Grateful Dead Records. What was the name of that thing? Grateful Dead from the Mars Hotel, that's it. My mind is in an uproar. Before that, Jerry Riopelli with River on the Run. Ray Charles and Swanee River Rock. Bob Dilley, the Singing Pickle. Before that, with Watching the River Flow. The Band and the River Hymn. Randy Newman with Burn On Big River. And the set started with the band and To Kingdom Come.
Busted flat. And then from an old Brewer and Shipley album, Tarkio, played Tarkio Road. Kick in the Head was from New Riders of the Purple Sage, from their adventures, from their album The Adventures of Panama Red. Okay, and a couple of Beatles tunes from Abbey Road after the New Riders there. Polythene Pam, and She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. And then back to Steve Stills, this time from his first solo album, and a thing called Old Times, Good Times. Buffalo Springfield and Bluebird, and the last thing you heard was from Bob Dylan from that new album, which, by the way, is a 2-record set titled Basement Tapes, and a thing called Lo and Behold. Okay, Lo and Behold, as he says. All right. I want to remind you again, we've had a number of calls here at the station about the Farm Band, and they will be talking and playing to you tonight, 7 p.m. at the Dumbarton Methodist Church over in Dumbarton. That's up near Dumbarton Park, if you know where that is, in Georgetown. 3133 Dumbarton, near Wisconsin. Okay, and it's a free gig. All right. So here's another free thing here for free swimming and life-saving courses, which are going to be taught on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings beginning July 21st. The Red Cross has scheduled advanced life-saving for 9 to 10 a.m. beginner swimming, for 10 to 11 a.m. and advanced beginner and intermediate swimming from 11 until noon. To register for the free swimming and life-saving instruction, phone 530-7608 weekdays, 530-7608. And if you don't know how to swim, take them up on a free opportunity there, because that's a lot of fun to swim. Yeah, like I said, we're commercially free until 9 o'clock tonight. WHFS, we're at 102.3 on your FM radio dial. Along the line, and a thing called Be With Me. We're WHFS in Bethesda, and we're commercially free till around 9 o'clock tonight. Got the set off with Bob Dylan tune done by Clean Living, and a thing called Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry. And followed that with Jimmy Reed from a 2-record set on Trip Records, and a thing called Baby What You Want Me to Do. The Red Rooster from Howlin' Wolf, that was from his album the London Howlin' Wolf Sessions. And then Killin' Floor, that's from London Revisited, probably outtakes of that session, with Muddy Waters on this particular album on one side, Howlin' Wolf on the other.
And then Freddie King from his album Getting Ready, and a thing called Palace of the King. Let It Rain was from Eric Clapton. Rain from the Beatles. And that word jazz piece in there was from a 2-record set from Ken Nordine, recorded around 1960 from one of his original albums that they re-released about 4 years ago. Yeah, I think they had 4 or 5 albums, around 1960, and they re-released 2 discs worth about 4 years ago. Ken Nordine from the album How Are Things in Your Town, and the particular cut that was played is Looks Like Rain. Don't Let the Rain Get You Down from the Youngbloods, that's from Elephant Mountain. Jeffrey Kane from his album Whispering Thunder, and a thing called Sunshine, or rather The Moonshine is a Sunshine. Then from Banana and the Bunch, from Mid-Mountain Ranch, My True Life Blues. A couple of things from Siegel Schwall Band, I'm a Hog for You Baby and Blow Out the Candle. And then you heard from Freddie King from his album Woman Across the River, and a thing called Hoochie Coochie Man. And the last thing from Melvin Bishop, Be With Me. Okay. Once again, since there have been a number of phone calls, Farm Band is going to be playing.
Clock David will be along at 2. Surf will be here at 5. And Damian, I believe, is ill this evening, and I don't think he'll be able to make it in. I'm not sure who will be sitting in for him yet, but hopefully he'll be better soon, and we hope to catch him back. He'll be on at 9 o'clock when he does get back. We have a couple of messages for you. First, let me tell you what we were listening to. We heard the Great Filling Station Hold-Up from Jimmy Buffett. After that, Arlo Guthrie with Hard Times. The Seldom Seen, Bottom of the Glass. Hoyt Axton after that with Blind Fiddler. David Allan Coe with Piece of Wood and Steel. Gene Clark with Strength of Strings. Townes Van Zandt after that, Silver Ships of Andalar. After that, we heard from Bob Dylan a couple of things, Dirge. And then from the Basement Tapes, we heard This Wheel's on Fire. Bryn Hayworth after that with Whims and Ways. The Byrds with Turn, Turn, Turn. John Prine, Spanish Pipe Dream. Jimmy Buffett from a new album that's a soundtrack to the motion picture Rancho Deluxe. We heard the main theme. And after that, Willis Allen Ramsey with Goodbye Old Missoula from his only album that he's cut to date on the Shelter label. David, who will be taking you through until 5. We heard from Alan Toussaint doing Country John. After that,
WHFS, we're in Bethesda, Maryland. Okay, it's about, it's about 12 minutes before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is WHFS. We're in Bethesda, Maryland. We were playing some of the beginnings of rock and roll there. You heard Bill Haley and the Comets do Rock Around the Clock, the original version of that. And before that, Mean Woman Blues, although it wasn't the original version. You heard a version of that done by Commander Cody from the live album that he has out. Before that, you heard the Jailhouse Rock, the original version of that done by Elvis Presley. Rockin' Pneumonia by Huey Piano Smith. Dr. John did a version of a Roy Bird tune. You heard Tipatina from Dr. John. Laverne Baker before that in Tweedledee Dee. Elvis Presley once again in Too Much. Gene Vincent and Bebop-A-Lula. You heard the old Dion and the Belmonts do That'll Be the Day. I'm sorry, that was wrong. You heard Buddy Holly do That'll Be the Day. And Dion and the Belmonts did I Wonder Why and Run Around Sue. The Belmonts a cappella before that with Street Corner Symphony, where they just did the harmonizations to 3 or 4 different old rock tunes, or old rock and roll tunes from the 50s. That can be found on an album on the Buddha label entitled A Cappella by the Belmonts. Kenny Vance, who at one time was singer with the Jay and the Americans, has a new album out called Vance 32. You heard a song from that called Looking for an Echo, which pretty much talks about the 50s. Fat City before that with a version of Maybe. It was Bill and Taffy. Kenny Vance started that whole set of tunes off with Sam Cooke tune, Wonderful World, also from the Vance 32 album. And to get back to it, this is probably one of the creators of rock and roll also. This is Chuck Berry.
In the heat of the day down in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh. Can't be tougher than my day. It's about 15 minutes before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is WHFS, and we're in Bethesda, Maryland. We've got a a couple of sick disc jockeys on our hands, I guess. Surf will not be in this evening due to the fact that he's feeling under the weather today, and it's pretty hard to do these days. The weather's been so bad, but Surf is not going to be in this evening, and Damian also is not feeling too well. John Hall will be coming in sometime after I go off, and that's the way the evening is going to run from now on, for the next day or so anyway. Musically, we just heard from, let's see, Little Feat, tune from their Sail and Shoes album entitled Trouble. And before that, you heard Janis Joplin and Mercedes-Benz, classic tune for Janis Joplin. Before that, you heard Steve Goodman from his brand new album on the Asylum label. You heard Door Number 3 from Steve Goodman, a song that he wrote with Jimmy Buffett. Before that, John Prine and Middleman from his most recent album, Common Sense. Bonnie Raitt before that, and Love Me Like a Man. Jesse Colin Young from the album, let's see, not his latest album, but the one just before that. You heard Miss Hesitation from that. And also you heard Ready or Not from Jackson Browne from the Everyman album. Linda Ronstadt before that, and Rock Me on the Water, Jackson Browne tune. And we started out with the Roslyn Mountain Boys, who have done some recording lately and put some of those fine songs they write down on tape, and they've laid them on us. We're going to play a couple of them. Well, I'm going to play one more for you. We just played a tune called Right Before My Eyes that they've recorded, and we're going to come back right after this message with another song that they have just recorded. Play that for you right after this.
You know what that was? Not just a beer can pop it open.
In the afternoon, this is WHFS, and we're in Bethesda, Maryland. We were just listening to the Eagles from their most recent album, a brand new album called One of These Nights. You heard the title cut from that. Lover of the Bayou before that from Roger McGuinn from the latest album that Roger McGuinn has out. Bob Dylan and the band from the Basement Tapes album. You heard Wheels on Fire from that. It Stoned Me from Van Morrison from the Moondance album. Boz Scaggs and We've Been Away. Fool Yourself from Little Feat. And we started out with Roslyn Mountain Boys, who've got some, just recorded some really nice things. You heard a tune that they wrote called With One Stone, and that started it out. We've got another message for you, and we'll be right back after that with more music.
Go for the gusto, go for the best.
And this is WHFS. We're in Bethesda, Maryland. It's a little bit cloudy outside once again. Thought the sun was going to try to stay out, but at least it hasn't successfully around here for a while. The temperatures right now are about 85 degrees in the Washington area. The percentage of the chance of rain this afternoon is a little less than it was yesterday, but it's still possibility of some kind of showers today, although they will decrease through the evening, and tomorrow almost no chance of rain once again, and a good chance for a good day tomorrow. We were just listening to some recorder and flute music. You heard Taj Mahal, who did some of the soundtrack to the movie Sounder. You heard a song that he did on the penny whistle entitled Two Spirits Reunited, and before that you heard a recorder along with Van Morrison from his most recent album entitled Veed and Fleece. You heard a song from that called The Streets of Arklow, and Van Morrison was supposed to have an album out around February entitled Mechanical Bliss, which never seemed to have gotten released. I don't know what has happened to that. Maybe they'll release it later on. I don't know. But the Veed and Fleece is the last album that Van Morrison has released, and I believe he produced that album about 2 years ago, so he's been a long time out of the studio. But anyway, before The Streets of Arklow, you heard another fine recorder piece done by Tom Scott, who you may know of having backed up Joni Mitchell or George Harrison on his tour through here. Tom Scott also played on George Harrison's record. He has several albums out under his own name, one of which is called The Great Scott, and you heard a version of Woodstock, Joni Mitchell tune from the album Great Scott, with Tom Scott on the recorder. Before that, Joni Mitchell from the live album along with Tom Scott, and a tune called Rainy Night House from that album. Fairy Tale before that with Klaus Doldinger and the group Passport from the album Passport. Duke Williams and the Extremes with Clouds, and we started off with Stephen Stills from his brand new album Stills on the Columbia label. You heard The Myth of Sisyphus from that album. It's 2 minutes before 5 o'clock, and as we said, this is WHFS. We're in Bethesda. My name's David. I'll be here for another 2 hours. John Hall will be coming in with Hall's Bar and Grill somewhere around 7 o'clock this evening. Surf is out sick this afternoon, and so is Damian. But we'll do our best to take care of you. We've got another message, and we'll be right back with music right after that.
Big hits at small prices at Variety Records in Wheaton Plaza, Montgomery Mall, Tyson's Corner, and Landover Mall. This week, save on the album of the week.
6 p.m. in the evening. This is WHFS, and we're in Bethesda, Maryland. My name is David. I'll be here for, about till 7 o'clock anyway. Surf, who normally is in at this time, is sick this evening, and so is Damian, as a matter of fact. So John Hall will be coming in around 7 with Hall's Bar and Grill, and that's the way the evening will progress. We just heard from John Kay from an album he has out entitled Forgotten Songs and Unsung Heroes, and you heard a Hank Snow tune called Moving On from that album, done a lot different than Hank Snow did it, but same tune anyway. Walkin' Blues before that from Hot Tuna from their most recent album, America's Choice. Get Fiddler before that from the Jefferson Starship, the Red Octopus album. Message of Love from Jimi Hendrix and Buddy Miles. You heard Lou Reed before that from the album Lou Reed on the RCA Victor label. You heard Love Makes You Feel. Hard-Headed Woman before that from Cat Stevens. From the same album, T for the Tillerman, you heard Where Do the Children Play. The Beau Brummels from the brand new album, you heard Tell Me Why from that. Bob Dylan and One of Us Must Surely Know. And the Rolling Stones started that set of tunes out with Don't Play with Fire. And we have another message for you. We'll be right back after that with more music.
It's Hall. This is Hall's Bar and Grill for whatever night this is, Wednesday night. You might have guessed that next, but until I do, come down with it. I'll be here until 1 o'clock tonight.
102.3 FM. It's about noon right now, and we were listening to Shakin' Finger Pop from the Nighthawks, a tune which will appear on their new album as soon as it's released. It should be released in the very near future. Some fine music that the Nighthawks have been making lately. I think that'll be coming out on the Aladdin label, so keep an eye out for it. And if you get a chance, always try and support the local groups. We've got some fine musicians around Washington, and any support that they can get definitely would be helpful. Let's see, Johnny Otis Show after that, Willie and the Hand Jive. After that, Les Cooper and the Soul Rockers with